Now, the day Mac OS X goes on sale, the question will be, what about applications? And when we talk about applications, what we're talking about is actually not the classic applications here, because most of those will just run. Most Mac OS 9 apps will just run on 10. What we're talking about is the applications that have been tuned up for Carbon or written in Cocoa. So how are we doing on those applications? We have 400 committed developers worldwide. That represents over 1,200 brand name applications committed for Carbon and Cocoa. When will they come? They will come starting this spring. And they will build, and most of them will come out this summer, with some laggards in the fall. And so it's going to take us all year to get all the applications out for Mac OS X. But the majority of them will be coming out this summer. Now, it's my pleasure to announce a demonstration today by Alias Wavefront of their amazing application Maya. They have Maya running on Mac OS X, and they have just entered beta for this application. And so to give us a demonstration and to tell us about Maya running on Mac OS X, I'd like to introduce Richard Karras, the Director of Maya Technology from Alias Wavefront. Richard. Thank you very much.
Thank you. At Alias Wavefront, when we designed Maya, our goal was to build the most innovative 3D animation system ever. And one only has to look at the quality of work our customers are doing to see how well we're achieving that goal. For example, some of the top films of all time are using Maya. Films like Star Wars Episode I, The Matrix, The Perfect Storm, The Grinch. These images you see on the screen here were created using Maya. And now Maya is getting used for some of the most innovative games ever. It's truly become a standard for high-quality 3D graphics. And the reason is Maya is a very sophisticated application. It's extremely large. It has modeling, animation, rendering. It's also got the world's most innovative brush technologies. It's got an integrated dynamics engine. And it puts an incredible demand on the operating system. And I'm here to tell you that Mac OS X is up to the challenge. The combination of a G4 with OS X, OpenGL, and Maya is going to be incredible. This is our first Macworld Tokyo, and we're really excited to be here. And as Steve said, we're really excited to tell you that we are officially in beta. That means this product is going to ship next quarter. Can't wait to see the kinds of things that the creative community from Macintosh will do with Maya on Mac OS X. Now with me today is Dan Pressman, and he's going to show you just some of the things that you can do with Maya on Mac OS X. So Dan?
Thanks a lot, Richard. So what I want to show you is how you can use Maya's animation tools to create facial animation and to give your characters expression. So you can see here I have this character's face loaded, this little girl here, as well as a bank of blend shape sliders. And what a blend shape slider allows you to do is to change the muscles in a character's face to strike facial positions. So this is the basic tool we have for doing facial animation. For example, you could load in sound and animate to a soundtrack to have it speak dialogue. You can also change the character's expression, make it angry, or even make her smile. And of course, you can mix these together and create an infinite number of facial expressions to choose from. Now, I also have an environment loaded here that I'd like to show you, and that's the character in a flight suit sitting in the cockpit of this spacecraft. So I can zoom out. You can see that this spacecraft is on a landing pad floating above the atmosphere here. And I can just zoom in, and what I want to do now is show you how we can animate this ship taking off. So I can just simply select the ship, and then bringing up a manipulator, just start to set some keyframes. So I'll say at the first point in time, I want to set a keyframe, I'll move forward, and now we can just simply raise the ship up off the platform. Notice the landing gears retract automatically there. You can raise that up, and we can just rotate that around as well, just to face the other direction. Notice that the engines rotate properly. We can set another keyframe, and now we can translate this off into the horizon and have that fly away. So if I just rewind that, we've basically now created a simple animation of the ship taking off, retracting its landing gears, and flying away into the horizon. But because Maya is a dynamic system and it's fully integrated, we can simply do things like bring in dynamics. So we've got real-time smoke colliding with the platform, being blown around with turbulence in the atmosphere. And it's really quite cool to see all this taking place in real time here. So I've actually got a movie file that I'd like to show you of the finished result of this. I'll just bring that up.
Macworld Tokyo へようこそ。
So there you can see, we pull back from the character, we've got those great particles, the landing gears retracting and flying away into the distance. And again, it's just amazing to see this type of performance on the G4.
Thank you, Dan. All right. So that's a glimpse of Maya on Mac OS X. And we're really looking forward to showing you more. We'll be on the exhibit floor at our distributors booth, Software 2, booth number 403. We'll see you later. Thank you very much.
Woo! That's pretty great, isn't it? We're very, very excited about Maya on Mac OS X. And so Maya is just one of the many apps that we're going to see this spring, even more in the summer, and hopefully the rest of them by fall. So here we are right now on March 24th. Another few weeks, we're going to ship Mac OS X. And again, most of the apps are going to come this summer. And so that's when we're going to start preloading Mac OS X, is when most of the apps are coming out this summer. But until then, you can buy a copy in a few weeks on March 24th. Mac OS X. We think it's going to be pretty good. I would check it out. Next up, I would like to talk about our new PowerBook. Yeah. PowerBook G4, titanium. Our goal, we've always made the fastest notebooks in the world. We've always had the power. But there have always been thinner, sexier notebooks out there. They weren't as fast, but they had the sex. And so our goal has been to have the notebook that is not only the most powerful, but also the sexiest. That was very difficult, but we figured out a way to do it. For power, we have a 500 megahertz G4. This thing screams, and it is the fastest notebook in the world. We have a 15.2-inch mega-wide screen, a giant landscape screen on this portable. We've got built-in DVD, so you can play movies on it, obviously read CDs and DVDs. We have a 5-hour battery life on this thing. 5-hour battery life standard. It is AirMac ready, so you can have wireless networking by plugging in an AirMac card. It's got a lot of power. But what about the sex? For the sex, it is 1 inch thick. 1 inch thick. It weighs 5.3 pounds, including the big screen and the DVD and the 5-hour battery. And it is made out of titanium. This stuff is amazing. It is stronger than steel and yet lighter than aluminum. It is absolutely the material of the future for making notebook computers out of. And so we think we've got the power and the sex in the PowerBook G4. And I'd like to show you a television ad that we've run. I hope you've seen it over here, that really gives you a feel for what it looks like. So if we could run the TV ad now.
1インチの薄さでわずか 2.4kg 15.2 インチのワイドスクリーンでスーパーコンピューターのスピード、その全てがこのチタニウムのボディに。でも一番お伝えしたい新しいアップルのその質感は残念ながらテレビ CM ではできればお店でチタニウムパワーブック G4。
So that's what it looks like. It's amazing. It's 1 inch thick. It's got this super thin screen on it. It turns out to be this amazingly wide 15.2 inch screen. Amazing images on it. The color quality on the screen is superb. It has a full-size keyboard and a slot-load DVD drive out the front. We turn the logo around right side up so it's correct when you open the product. On the back, we have all of our connectors, including VGA out. And of course, on the bottom, our 5-hour battery. So this is the new PowerBook G4. As well, we have airport antennas built right into the sides. So all you have to do is add the AirMac card for wireless networking. The new PowerBook G4. We have 2 models of it. They both have G4 processors, large caches, Rage Mobility 128 graphics chips, and a full complement of I/O. USB, FireWire, Ethernet, modem, PC card, AirMac slot, etc. And the 2 models have 400 and 500 megahertz processors. Of course, they both have the big screen, lots of memory, large disk drives, both have a slot-load DVD, and these are the prices. Very competitive. And they are both Mac OS X ready, fully configured and certified to run Mac OS X. And we are shipping in volume. For those of you that have ordered one and haven't gotten it yet, I apologize. We have so many orders for this that we're working as fast as we can to fill them. But we are shipping in high volume, and we will get you your PowerBook as soon as we can. We're working 7 days a week, and we're making lots of them. So you should have one soon, and they are worth the wait. So going back to power, one example of power is video. And the new PowerBook G4 is superb at running Final Cut Pro. With its wide screen, it's fantastic. It is the ultimate portable editing studio. And because of the G4, it runs Final Cut Pro 60% faster than the PowerBook G3, its predecessor. 60% faster. So this is an example of the power in this product. But what about the sex? Well, one of the companies we admire is Sony. We love Sony. And they make a great product in the Vaio. It's so good that it's what we looked at when we wanted to make a sexy portable. So how did we do? Well, we start off with one of the hottest Vaios, and we say, let's compare the screen size. Well, they have a 12-inch screen. We have a 15.2-inch screen. So if you take the PowerBook screen and you say, how small is the Vaio? It's that small, right? That's it. That's the PowerBook. That's the Vaio, right? The PowerBook screen is 52% larger than the Vaio screen in display area. 52% larger. So 12.1 to 15.2. Thickness. The new PowerBook is thinner than the Vaio. Amazing. It's thinner than the Vaio. You can see for yourself. There's the Vaio. There's the PowerBook. It's thinner. And it's made out of a material for this new century, titanium, not last century's material, magnesium. In terms of the optical, the Vaio does not come with an optical built in. The PowerBook G4 comes with a DVD-ROM built in. Battery life, 3 hours versus 5 hours, so bigger battery in the PowerBook G4. And it is wireless ready. You can plug in an AirMac card. Not wireless ready on the Vaio. The price, the Vaio's a little cheaper. The Vaio's a little cheaper, about a little over 10%. However, when you buy the external DVD and a bigger battery, they're the same price. So, as I said, we admire Sony. We love Sony. We aspire to be as good as they are. And in this case, I think the PowerBook has succeeded. I think the PowerBook is now the sexiest portable in the world. PowerBook G4 Titanium.